Hello, Star Shifters, and welcome to Solution Sundays. I'm your host, Coach B. This series is created to aid you along your journey by providing actionable solutions that strengthen your mind and empower your soul. You create the dream, and I'll help you chart your course, embrace your magic, and transform your reality. Welcome to episode number 4. This week, we are covering Get Started Now. Help support my small piece of the digital world by liking and subscribing and sharing this channel with someone you care about. Your support helps me to continue to bring you content that inspires and empowers. You can also find us online at www.yournorthnode.org. Today's inspirational quote: "The beginning is always today. Start wherever you are, using whatever you've got, and get going." Mary Shelley and Jim Rohn. These words remind us every moment is a new opportunity to begin. All month long, you've been doing the prep work. You've gotten over mental barriers. You stayed steadfast and focused on what you want. And now it's showtime at the Apollo, baby. It's time to reveal to the world that which you have been secretly preparing. If you've ever seen Showtime at the Apollo, you know the audience was something else. Heaven forbid the comedian bombed and literally got swept off the stage. For many people, the fear of failure is enough to keep them stuck in the aspiration stage of their dream. In the aspiration stage, everything is perfect because there isn't any reality to spoil it. It's comforting. It's meant to be self-inspiring, but it can also be a gilded trap. The fear of failure can paralyze us, leaving us frozen in a suspended state of almost greatness. It convinces us we need more time, more resources, more education, more of any and everything before we can begin. But quiet as it's kept, you will never feel completely ready. Waiting for the perfect moment only delays your progress. There may be legitimate reasons as to why you should delay starting. We went over some of those reasons earlier this month. Maybe you need to finish a certification, save an exact dollar amount for a particular purchase, or wait for sign-offs on zoning, licenses, etc. But be honest with yourself. Are you not starting because of a legitimate delay? Or are you coming up with excuses that sound like real good reasons? Here's the kicker. Your brain is quite adept in finding ways to keep the status quo. Your ego's job is self-preservation. So of course, you can find what may seem like legitimate reasons to not start. Starting something new can trigger a number of limiting beliefs, such as overwhelm, perfectionism, and procrastination, or its cousin that I know all too well, procrastinating. Procrastinating is a tricky wicket because you can convince yourself of progress by the act of learning something you actually might eventually need to know. But in reality, you're just putting off starting what you could start right now for later. If you're finding it challenging to distinguish between legitimate delays and excuses, A private coaching session can provide you with the personalized insights and strategies to help chart your course by identifying limiting beliefs, removing them, and replacing them with new intentions for your highest good. You can book a free discovery call with yours truly at www.yournorthnode.org. Now, I'd like to introduce you to a little strategy I've developed called Build the Plane While Flying. It's not for the faint of heart. This action-oriented approach requires nerves of steel. You give yourself no out, no other option than to just make it work. It works for several reasons. One, because it taps into the power of momentum. Once you start, even if you don't have everything figured out, you're already in action. This energy propels you forward and often attracts the resources and opportunities you need along the way. Two, it works because it makes use of on-the-job training. There's only so much you can learn in theory. The real glory comes with practical experience, and no amount of book theory is going to prepare you for real-life decisions in the field. They say it takes on average 10,000 hours to become proficient at something. That's doing the thing, not learning about the thing. 3, it works because of adaptability. You're forced to be flexible and adaptable. As you encounter challenges, you learn to pivot quickly and to find creative solutions. It works because you learn to overcome perfectionism. Waiting until everything is perfect often leads to never starting at all. Building as you go helps you overcome the paralysis of perfectionism. Most things are fixable, and for whatever isn't, it's a learning experience. Now, this works because you gain faster feedback. When you build a plane while flying, you waste less time because you receive immediate feedback on what works and what doesn't. This frees you up to move on to ideas that are worth your resources. It works because it builds confidence. Every time you figure it out, you win. These wins boost your confidence and make you more resilient in the face of future challenges. It's an uncomfortable strategy, but it's the fastest way to turn your dreams into reality. As Aloe Black says, I count on me. Next month, we are moving into Leo season, and we will be focusing on tapping into your inner strength. You can join our 2-hour Moon Shadow Manifestation Workshop as we get into the nitty-gritty of this topic, and to bolster your confidence with a physical reminder of how awesome you are, you will craft a charm bag to sew up your success. You can find our events on our website at www.yournorthnode.org or on Meetup under Your North Node or on Eventbrite. You already have the strength you need inside of you. If you've been following along all month, you've activated that strength. You've built the safety net. Do you not trust yourself to get back up if you should happen to fall? Even if things don't go as planned, you know you can just adjust and keep moving forward. Whatever it is, get started now. 1% progress is better than staying stuck. Continuous, consistent, daily progress is what builds long-term wins. You've got to get going. Our bodies were made to be in motion. Our dreams are too. Pursue them with passion. When you pursue your dreams with passion, you infuse your actions with energy and enthusiasm. This passion propels you forward even when the journey gets tough. It's what keeps you going when challenges arise. Get started now. Put yourself in the company of people who are already a little further along than you. If you can't find those people in real life, find an online community of supportive colleagues, ones who buoy your energy and are free of complaining simply for the sake of complaining. Yes, there will be challenges. And yes, those absolutely need to be addressed. That's problem solving. Venting without seeking resolution is just plain old complaining, and you ain't got time for that right now. Get started now. And I wonder what you will accomplish if you start now. What will you learn about yourself? Who will you inspire by bringing forth your dream to the world? Mel Robbins wrote about the 5-second rule. And the gist of it is, if you have an instinct to act on a goal, you must physically move within 5 seconds or your brain will kill it. About a year ago, I decided to make some large, irreversible life changes. I blocked everyone except for a finger or 3 of trusted advisors and focused fiercely on my dream. My voice had to be the loudest voice in my head. Did I accomplish that which I set out to do? Yes. Was it easy? Nope. It was hard and messy, and there were twists and turns I hadn't expected. Some of it I didn't even like. There were tears and a random pigeon attack, bouts of loneliness. But in the end, I stood 10 toes down to what I believed was the best decision for myself. In doing so, I unknowingly inspired several people close to me who told me later that my bravery had awakened a spark in them. I was just living my life, pursuing my dream the best way I knew how, and readjusting at every new uncharted adventure. That's the beauty of getting started. You might know the destination, but you don't know what you'll encounter along the way. You may be blocking not only your blessing, but someone else's. You prepare as much as you can, including having a safety net. You assess the worst risk and determine if you can handle it. And then you get going. You can't get to where you want to be by standing where you are. Focus on what you do have and use those resources to get started, and then go get the rest. This week, before you go to sleep tonight, write down on a piece of paper, how can I get started now? Tuck that under your pillowcase. Direct your subconscious to find ways you can start today, right now, and literally sleep on it. Play solfeggio healing frequencies in the background on your speaker all night. It doesn't have to be loud. Your biofield will pick up the energetic frequencies and be ready to write down flashes of inspiration that start to appear. To cement these teachings and help you get started now, here's a simple, actionable step known as the 2-minute rule. Step 1, pick a task you've been putting off, no matter how small or large it may seem. Step 2, set a timer for, you guessed it, 2 minutes. Step 3, focus solely on the chosen task for these 2 minutes. The goal is to make a small dent and break the inertia. Step 4, when the timer goes off, reflect on what you've accomplished. Often, you'll find that once you've started, it's easier to continue. Decide if you want to keep going or stop for now. The key is that you've already started. Today we covered the importance of getting started now. Remember, the key to achieving your dreams is to start. Action is faith in yourself. Start imperfectly. Start with what you have. Start now. The reward is in the journey. Only you can turn your dreams from an idea into something tangible here in the 3D. But you gotta get moving. I know you can. Thank you for the gift of your time today. Join us next week when we'll cover Be Tenacious. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, leave a comment with your thoughts, and join our Star Shifter community for more insights. Until we meet again, stay true to your path, be guided by your inner sparkle, and live intentionally.